How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korban Gaming. Welcome back to another Nostalgia Quest series, and for today we will be re-looking back at the Umazen Civil War part that we actually missed. Okay, so we actually missed out two parts from the last video. I know I skipped it by accident. Okay, usually when I do these type of videos, I usually go back and look at my last video to see where I left off, but it seems that I somehow forgot about that part. I don't know why. So there's two more parts to the Umazen Civil War and the Burning Solstice Saga, and we are going to cover them today. Hopefully they are not too long. Hopefully, ideally I'd like to be able to do both of them in one video, but if it gets a little bit too long, I may split it out into separate episodes instead. But before we get started with today's video, I just want to bring you guys attention to my community tab. So if you guys go to my channel, there's a tab under there that says community, okay? There are two things that are going on right now. So first of all, I am actually giving away a 2021 AE calendar code. That's right, guys. If any of you guys play AQ Worlds, AQ 3D, or Epic Duo, and you would like to stand a chance to win the items for the 2021 calendar code inside of any of those three games, you guys can go ahead and join the giveaway that I'm doing right now. Okay, it's underneath one of the community tab, one of my community posters, okay, and there is a gleam.io link. You guys can join using that link, and there's two ways to enter, so each person can get a maximum of 2 chances. So the first way you can enter is just by visiting my channel. Unfortunately, the subscribe thing no longer works because of YouTube's new policies, and the second way that you can enter is, of course, you can tweet about it on Twitter. Okay, so these are the two ways that you can enter, maximum of 2 chances per person. Once again, there are only codes available for AQ Worlds, AQ 3D, and Epic Duo. Okay, the codes for Dragon Faber and AQ are no longer available, sadly. Alright. And the second thing is, I also just recently launched a poll today, okay, asking you guys what you guys would like to see next on my channel. So I'm thinking of doing 2 new series. One is a Let's Play Dragon Fable series. The other one, I am waiting for suggestions from you guys. Okay, I launched a poll asking, will you guys rather see a Let's Play Warp Force series or a Let's Play MechQuest series? Okay, I've covered MechQuest on this channel before, back when the game was still active. Unfortunately, it's no longer active now, and it's pretty buggy. Okay, Warp Force is also unfortunately no longer active these days from what I know, and I don't know if there are bugs in Warp Force or not, but seeing that it's not been updated in quite a while, I would assume that there are quite a few bugs inside Warp Force. So you guys can go ahead and answer the poll on which one you guys would like to see, MechQuest or Warp Force. Okay, I will do the one that has the highest number of votes. Okay, I don't think I have the time or the energy to go ahead and do both of them now. I may eventually do the other series when one of them wraps up, or when I have nothing to do. Okay, so yeah, just go ahead and leave your votes, and I will see who is the winner before deciding on which series I want to embark on. Okay, now let's jump into today's video. Alright, Burning Solstice. Hopefully I don't miss out any other parts this time around. And War Begets War, Umazen Uprising, the last Umazen city. Ooh, well, actually pretty nice artwork here. Wow. Okay, that's some effort on the animation part. I'll give them that. Okay, definitely not something that we get to enjoy every day. How outsiders, what brings you to our walls, and how do you find us? I know every corner of Green Guard, ma'am. I've known about the Umazen for years, and this here is Korban. I imagine his legend reaches even this far. You have been seen around the Umazen several times for years. We know enough not to associate you with the bandit sightings. As to Korban, our emancipators have brought back word of his deeds. If you truly are, then we have no reason to assume ill intent. You have clashed with a number of us before. About that, you haven't exactly been the friendliest. The reasons don't matter. We are many, and we have our rogues as well. What matters is that we have come to know and respect your way of fighting. Prove your metal and identity to us, and you may enter. Our prime has been looking for one such as you for some time. That's an odd way of recognizing me, but it makes enough sense. Alright. And of course, we have to fight them to prove our metal, okay? Because in this world, you can't get anything done by talking, okay? You have to fight. Okay, so looks like they do light damage. Man, their armor looks really cool. I really like the new artwork of the Umazen warriors. One of a society of warrior women who are most feared on the battlefield. Umazen are trained from age 3 to fight. Their mission is to free those enslaved by tyrants. They then take payment for their deeds. It is rumored the Umazen men are slaves themselves. Interesting. Okay, so once again, like I said, this is obviously very similar to Star Wars lore, and somebody did mention to me that Star Wars also took inspiration from the same place. So this actually did not come from Star Wars and the planet of the, what do you call it, the Night Sisters. Alright, though it is very similar, but they took their inspiration from somewhere else, from like the Amazon tribes or something like that, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, so let's bring out our darkness pets and guesses. Let's do Arya's Radar, and we'll just kill this normally. Don't think this is pretty tough at all. And I don't suppose we'll have to fight their leader as well to prove who we are. Okay, maybe we don't. Usually the leader doesn't come out and fight people, you know. Usually just send some of their like best servants or something like that. Ooh, water. Interesting. So the Umazen warrior can hit with water as well. That's cool. Why water though? Can you hit with other elements? Just curious. Nice. Another one, of course, it's a pair of them. Let's go. So we now know that her SP attack is water. I don't know if she will do any other SP attack, but I think we'll just stay in this armor just in case she pulls off some other funny element attack and we get screwed over. The water attack didn't do that much damage, so I'm actually okay with just face tanking it. Alright. Oh, nice. We got a celerity from the weapon. That's cool. Nice. And her SP bar is always full, so we don't know when she's going to use her SP attack. After a set number of turns or something like that, maybe. Come on, die already. Okay, nice. 7 Z tokens. Ha, it is you. I've never even heard of any other man who fights like that. You may pass. Interesting. Okay, rats. That deal took so long that I lost out of the caravan. The one time I saw it had one less wagon than I encountered at Battleon. I'm kind of wondering if that was intentional. Let's start looking around. You spend the next hour exploring the Umazen with Robina, but find no trace of the caravan. Only the individual wagons, but still no sign of the shipment of weapons and armor from Yuga. Still nothing. There's too much movement to keep up with traders to know the place up and down. Especially somewhere this odd. It's like the people even walk differently around here. That guy in the armor wasn't kidding. I still haven't seen a woman that isn't wearing armor or giving orders. Even the ones that aren't soldiers move as if they were. And all the men are moving non-stop. You don't see people that energetic so often. But every single man in the city, all working together without looking down. Not a whole lot of people just talking. We Umazen take pride in our focus outsiders. Each task is entrusted to the most suited. Every one of us strives to achieve excellence in their natural talents, and every citizen is taught to make their excellence a habit, not an action. Is this the leader? Kinda looks like it, but he's a little bit short. Maybe he's the leader of the men. Let's see. We meet the needs of the one and the many, and the one and the many allows us the ability to do so through their finest work. Those of us afforded the privilege of a more difficult path thank them with our lifelong service. By the light of our women and the energy of our men we endure. I trust you have seen this with your own eyes in your time spent snooping around our streets. That's one way to put it. Quite a glowing praise of your society. You're skeptical but not coy about it. I can respect that at least. Don't take me for a critic. All of this looks and sounds strange to me, but I just haven't been around long enough to form a solid opinion, and I doubt you're here for it anyways, mister. I'm Lias, captain of the Excelsior Guard. So there are men soldiers. Once, by the grace of Kendra the Wise, prime of the Umazen and perseverer of our history, I lead those who maintain the historical techniques of our bygone hoplites and knights. And by that grace, I am here to confer our ruler's will. You already joined the attention of your queen. Have you done something wrong? On the contrary, the prime has taken notice of your movement in the city and deduces that you are in search of something suspicious. Well, doesn't take a genius to figure that out. She commands that you be informed of the unrest hidden within the order of our people. I wonder how a place this strict could possibly have unrest. Your sarcasm is unnecessary. We once had numerous homes, but unified in the Umazen when the many crises of law claimed too many of our cities. Not all have taken to that transition kindly, and upstarts have taken to spurring the dormant tensions in a time of need. You are investigating. The Prime grants you her blessing in searching as you may, and requires only that you report back to her if you discover any threat to our way of life. Look, Elias, if your Asking that we sniff out your political opposition and sell them out to you. You've got another thing coming. Yeah, I'm not comfortable with that either. Nothing so extreme. I trust nobody of your renown will take to siding with insidious renegades. The Prime warned me to respect your independence and specifically requests your impression on whether armed violence is truly imminent within our streets. Well, it's nice to see that people have heard of us and our reputation for smashing anything that gets in our way, so that's nice to see a little bit of respect. We are the chosen after all. Against all odds, she still hopes to be wrong, but would prefer to be forewarned. You may depart in peace once your report is given, or should you refuse, this is no banishment. You'll be welcome again as soon as such a conflict is settled, but if I may be informal for a moment, we could use your help now. Is such an arrangement favorable to you? It's up to you, I'll be okay with whatever you choose. We've come too far to just walk back empty-headed. Let's take the chance to find out exactly what's going on. Excellent. Take as much time as you feel is prudent and call me at the palace gate when your investigation is concluded. In for a silver, in for a gold, I guess. What do you think of that guy? First impressions are mixed. He's not just loyal, he's devoted. He seems very personally upset by this uprising. So you're taking his word for it? Not just his word. Remember what Yuga said he shipped? Mail armor, a few arming swords, big but light shields. It's just a hunch, but you know how we said it wasn't Umazen warrior gear? Oh, I think I see your point. I think it might be gear for fighting Umazen warriors. If you're right, we need to work faster. Let's split up then. Not usually the best idea, but we're pressed for time. I'll look at the taverns and academies, anywhere people might want to recruit for a cause. The crowd will be thicker there, but I've got good ears. So, looks like a rebellion of sorts is forming. Interesting. I'll ask for directions again and look at the businesses. Then, anywhere the wagons might be unloading, the soldiers might be able to tell me about recent trouble. Sounds good. Meet me at the palace gates before sunset. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so now we have to look for a bunch of stuff. Better local wildlife. Don't think you want to do that. Let's look at the Mystic Avenue. Maybe I didn't have a good enough look right here, but now I have a hunch. And if I'm right, they want to enchant at least some of that gear. But where would they do that? There's so much magic being used in this street that I can't just tell just at a distance. And asking around every individual place would take all day and get me no useful answer anyways. But I've been around Warlick while he enchanted you guys' gear plenty of times. Maybe I can pretend to browse around and sense for similarities. Intelligence check. Perfect. We have 0 of that. Oh, nice. Very nice. Very, very nice. This feels like the right place. Lots of energy magic and I'm completely sure it's being imbued into objects. It's not as refined or powerful as Warlick's casting, but there's a lot of it going on at once. Very well coordinated too. Is it synchronized? Well met, stranger. You must be one of the outsiders everyone is talking about. Can I interest you in anything? And why does this look like Barry Jotter's father or something? It's like a bald version of Barry Jotter. Oh, I haven't made up my mind yet. I was just curious about all the energy magic all around this street. Ah yes, our emancipators often say outsiders are very fond of lightning spells. We haven't had the occasion to trade in the arcane with outsiders for generations though, so you have to excuse us for being unprepared. If you give us a few hours to better organize our inventory though, you won't be disappointed. We are not allowed to join the Umazen's forces, so you doubtless haven't heard of it, but men here have an innate affinity with energy. We don't tire easily and are exceptionally good team workers. Our casting and enchantment benefits greatly from this. You won't find better structured magics anywhere else. That's very interesting. Do all Umazen men have such an alignment? All people are elementally blessed, although you might already know women who to be aligned to light. This blessing has shaped our bodies and minds over the generations. That's part of why the crown has gradually split us between careers and society has become more strictly ordered each generation. True, though unrest can... don't get me wrong, the Prime is loved by all her people, it's just historically... Sorry, I'm rambling. I'll get the tomes and material and enchanting equipment back. Okay, is this a little bit of a typo here? I'll move them down and dust them off. It'll take me a while to move everything. That's alright, I'll come back when you're ready. Okay, so let's go to the Foundry District. Closed. There's a lot of blacksmiths around here, but most of the weaponsmiths looks like they didn't open at all today. Let's see. Closed while filling out an order from the guard. Not getting anything out of them. Wait, is that the wagon? Oh, nice. Smoldering smoke cloud blew down the alley. Can you tough it out and stay quiet? Oh, come on. Really? Damn it. Guess we can. This is where they're unloading it, but it's the first place anyone will look if the district got shaken down for supplying insurgents. Blacksmith should only have it if there's something else going on, or they are copying designs. That's why they only bought a few swords. I better get out of here before that happens again. Okay, so now we go to the Thundercalf Mines, not Thunder Cave. Okay, Thundercalf. Okay, the foreman's nowhere to be found. That's going to make getting answers a pain. Clear the tracks, all incoming, and charge. Uh-oh. Oh boy, something's coming and fast. Get out of the way or brace for impact. Yeah, this should be easy. Yep. Nice. Stranger, you have no idea of how lucky you are to still have your legs after that. That's not luck, Chi. The Outlanders got moves. We don't have time for fawning over you like everyone else outsider. You got something to say or are you just looking for trouble? Looking around to see if there's trouble actually is kind of what I do. Pa, where do you think you are? There's always trouble in these parts. The crown gives us grief. The land gives us more. But we push right through either way. That's the Umazen way. Save the anger for the rocks, mate. The outsider isn't causing trouble. I don't mean to disrupt your work, gentlemen. Like I said, I'm looking for trouble, just not to start it yourself. Look, we don't mean to be unfriendly either. We don't appreciate interruptions and things get rough around here. If we really want to help, these mountains are rich with magic. We mostly dig for ore, but still find an odd crystal and crazy golem making it hard to work. Tell you what, lend us a hand with some stone heads and we can chat over lunch break. Oh, okay, some fighting. Let's go. Stone golem. And geez, I hate this. Low resist and overall hard to deal with. Let's get started. I kind of wishing I had a harm weapon with me right now. Maybe I should have kept the horror show weapon. Okay, water, wind. Yeah, so water or wind. We will use wind for the SP upkeep. We are going to empower all of this to make the battle go faster. Okay, let's see. Water or wind. Let's go Shogun and Ansatsu. Contract. Oh, by the way, I realized that why I keep calling this Shogun and Natsu is because on the page where you buy the Z token packages, there was a spelling error. Actually, what really is the error? Is the spelling in game the error? Or is the spelling on the Z token page the error? Okay. I'm going to assume that the spelling on the Z token page is the error over here, because the spelling on the Z token page is Shogun and Anatsu, whereas the spelling inside the game is Shogun and Ansatsu. That's why I've always been calling it Shogun and Anatsu. I knew I couldn't have read it freaking wrong. Okay, I just never bothered to like really look at it inside of the game, but when I first bought the package, that was what it was called. Don't believe me? Go ahead and look at the token package right now. That was what it was called. And I thought I was getting it wrong the whole time, but really, man, it's just the AQ stuff with the spelling error, so it's not my fault, guys. Okay, now let's do for wind pet. We can try and petrify it with this, I guess. No, actually no. Let's go for more damage. We'll just do Cephalopod and have him do the max damage and all that. We'll do Arya's Rattle. And obviously we want to have a full SP upkeep so that we can, you know, be ready for any other stupid things that may come our way, like any other stat rolls and all that. Oh, speaking of which, maybe I should use Full Assault instead. I think they'll do more damage. Yeah, okay, I think Full Assault does a little bit more damage. Not a lot, but better than nothing. We got a burn and we got a bleed. That's good. And our SP is going up, so that's definitely nice. $82 only. Okay, not very high burn. Unfortunately, 3.5. Oh, the bleed is gone also. Still 3.5. Damn it. Oh, no more. Come on. Wow, this guy is really sturdy. I think it's the save against the endurance or something like that. He has 275. Maybe that's why it's so hard to inflict the status effect on him. Maybe instead of that, we use Cracked Ornament. Let's see if it's easier to inflict. A little bit lesser damage, but okay, oh, we get a power 4.23 burn. Nice. And a power 5.61 burn. Okay, I guess Cracked Ornament is doing its job. Very nice. Okay, the burn got reset. That sucks. Come on, man. This is a freaking weak burn, dude. Freaking weak. Oh my gosh. Please tell me it's not another freaking stone golem after this. I'm gonna kill myself. Here I am hoping we can cover both of the quests in one episode. If they're going to throw stone golems at me, then it's probably going to take two quests. Two episodes. Sorry. Yep, another stone golem, of course. What else would I expect? Cracked Ornament, let's go. And okay. Man, damn. Okay, it's getting really hard to inflict this. Oh, okay. Doing 100 plus damage. That's a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Okay, nice. Looks like we got more burn. Oh, 157. Very nice. Yeah, okay, Cracked Ornament is helping out a lot here, though the burn is not exactly stacking up as much as I would like. So that kind of sucks. 35. Oh god. I hate this. I really do. Okay. Come on. Stack higher, please. Please just finish the damn battle. Stack higher. Come on. 5.61, 5.49. Okay, that's more like it. Can we do Neko Overlord? Right. Not a lot of damage at all. I was expecting a lot higher numbers. Then again, look at this guy's resistances. 40% to like, yep, doing less than half the damage. Probably shouldn't have done Neko Overlord. Should have just let the burn and the bleed stack up. They'll probably have done more damage than that Neko Overlord attack. Come on. Okay. Please tell me you die this turn. Yes. Nice. Done. No more stone golems, please. Not bad. That saved us a bunch of time. That sure didn't save me a bunch of time. Alright, outsider. Was it? What are you looking around for? Well, there's 2 or 3 times now that people have made it look like the whole Umazen is unhappy and a fight could break out any moment. Considering I came here to see if there's serious trouble in the first place, that's why I'm going everywhere and asking questions. Can't fault a stranger in a new land for asking questions, but that's not a fast road to earning anyone's trust. It's no big secret that the kettle's about to boil, boss. Maybe, son, but if you put it like that, any outsider's going to think we're a bunch of undisciplined louts who turn to violence when they get unhappy. Listen here, tensions are high for our people. We've run out of city after city until our ancestors had to make one home and build it to last. Everywhere else we could go, there's war after war draining the resources we need to settle and survive. And we already don't have everything we need here as is. We are Umazen. Our women are keen and strong. We men are tough as nails and never tire. But for everything else we are dealing with, it gets just hard to solve our differences with words, especially when it comes to the bigger, older issues. So don't go telling your people we're one step from turning to barbarism, eh? If you have to speak of us at all, you tell them that we endure. I heard something like that before. I know you Umazen to wield light powers, but you men are aligned to energy. Does that have something to do with how you work? I haven't seen a single workplace with both men and women, only one or the other. That's the start of it, Light makes our women stronger and keener, so they are soldiers and explorers. Energy gives us lots of stamina to go around that gets even better with teamwork, so all the building and breaking goes to us. Wasn't always quite like that though. Not too long ago, it was all about personal talents, not natural. Then we fell on hard times and started becoming what you see today. When men have an easier time taking up a job, then only we can do it. If women are usually better at a job, only they can do it. No surprise some are getting tired of it. People get what they need for the most part, but times get any rougher or any fighting comes to our borders and they'll start wanting back the freedoms we gave up to keep things from getting this bad to begin with. You think they'll actually be fighting? You see any of them talking? Now nobody wants to be the first to start a fight, but if that's what it takes to get things done, that's as good a way as any. Son, you better get to shutting your overdeveloped bread home before I start using it to cut the ore around. Lunch is over. I clearly haven't worked you hard enough if you've got breath to waste on calling violence a first measure. Excuse this loud, we'll see you around. Okay. You bring shame to your entire family. We don't do this because we like it. We do this because it has to be done. If we go for blood, we'll just be even worse off. Right, so can we go to the palace gates now? No. Emancipator Barracks is now open. Hello? You've got 10 seconds to give us a very convincing reason for a man to be prancing around here. Wait, aren't you the outsider? Oh. This will be easy. Charisma. Very charismatic character I am. Yep, easy peasy. I don't mean to intrude. You're clearly exceptional among Umazen warriors, and I could use an expert perspective on my investigation of recent troubles. That's not just flattery. I could seriously use your help. That's still mostly flattery, but I have a serious purpose and speak directly. I respect that. How about you start with who exactly you might be? Elena, do you know this outsider? This is Corbin of Battleon, ladies. Surely you know him by now. Oh, I know those eyes anyway. I said that out loud, didn't I? That does ring a bell. Is that the one who keeps beating the leprechauns? Doesn't ring a bell, ma'am. I've heard the rumors when out in the field. Strong legs, good stance. Looks like he might be as quick as any of us. Ladies, I see you've heard of me. Like, take me. Forget about all of that. Look at those biceps. Yeah, now we're talking. Now then, the chosen in the flesh. Let's not waste any more time, shall we? I want to know why you are here and you want answers. You can drop the subtlety with me. Alright, let's be frank then. I'm concerned about three things. The possibility of civil conflict, the fact that gear forged by a friend might be used to wage it, and what that could mean for the entire region. I appreciate your honesty, but aren't you worried I might tell on you if there really is a civil war coming? If there's an armed rebellion brewing and either side thinks I'm snooping around for the other, it's their call to make. At this point, I'm clearly running against the hourglass and there might be bloodshed if I don't finish my investigation soon. So if anybody of any allegiance decides to start a war and drag me in on account of asking questions, I'll find whoever gave the order and bring them to justice myself. Now we are talking. Alright, man, the Chosen is really, really badass in this whole saga. Like, I know I skipped through this entire part and went straight to the war saga, but the part about how he insulted, was that even war? No, that was Carnage, about how he insulted Carnage. Oh my gosh, man, the Chosen is such a badass. I love it. War may be common where I come from, but I won't take kindly to anyone who carelessly spills blood on the streets when bandits are already circling like vultures. Bold, but for the right reasons. Your honesty was clearly strong, not careless, and as you've kindly answered my question, I'll try to cover yours. There's absolutely preparations for conflict, both from the Prime's forces and those who feel ignored by their ruler. Our society has far been too oppressive for the tastes of many since Cadmia the Unifier founded the Umazen and gathered all our people here. Her granddaughter carries the Umazen values of old, that each of us should strive for excellence in their talents, to toil and sacrifice for the excellence in the name of the crown, whose bearer has a duty to the one and many. To every citizen and all of them, but she was born in a society that has distorted these values like a clouded mirror. Is the Prime a tyrant then? I would very much like to know the answer myself. Kendra the Wise has always been a strong and dedicated queen, a son to a people. She has been far stricter of late, but it's hard to tell if it's outright tyranny or crisis management gone wrong. But the fact stands that the last straw is very much upon the camel's back, and all of the built-up tension threatens to spill through the cracks of our society. We've turned the differences between men and women into a breach where they were once complementary. And with just one more failure to communicate, our society will inevitably spill along that fault line, sorry. That's not good. Where will you stand? It's up to what actions the Prime and her detractors take. The reasons behind each will surely appeal differently to men and women, after being forced to live in different worlds for so long. We emancipators protect the crown and its subjects, not just women or men. Most of us will refuse to take sides in such a conflict. I need to find Robina now. Thank you, Linnea. I think I know everything I need to know now. You just gave me the only complete answers I got all day. You see, the hardest part about all of these quests is really the name. How do you pronounce these freaking names, dude? Like, not just in AQ, but in DF as well. These names, I get that they are, coming from lore and it's some magical, mystical place in the olden times, and people have like weirder names that are harder to pronounce, but good God. This makes commentating a nightmare. Okay, I'm really sorry I butchered any of the names. I'm pretty sure I have, but Yeah, anyways. Palace Gates, let's go. I've learned a lot and it's all bad news. Me too, I'm afraid there really is a fight brewing, and not just here. You go first. I found a wagon, figure out what the gear is for and how bad things might be. The local weaponsmiths have the swords, but I didn't see the armor. Maybe they've already moved it elsewhere. The stores say they are closed while they fill out a large order from the guard. And that suspicious man in the woods is apparently friends with some of them. Might be how he got out. Chances are that they are copying the weapons and have the armor stashed where they can easily distribute it. And the armor? I've been thinking about it. None of it is gear the Umazen soldiers wear. It's gear meant for fighting them. Mail against cutting weapons, big shields for the heavy arrows. That fits what I've been learning, but why the sudden change of gear? Because this gear is for the men. It suits how they almost innately move in formations, even being enchanted to suit their natural affinity to energy. Ooh, so the uprising is from the men. Looks like the men are rebelling, okay. If they're already gearing up, then this string is about to snap. Just about. The people clearly respect their queen, but there's old tensions that they think she's making it worse. The Umazen is struggling, and the heightened tensions makes every other thing that makes people upset turn them angry instead. I've learned much about the same, especially at the academies. Women are trained for combat from age 3, and only the royals or heads of their families seem to get to take any other kind of career when they're out of the academy. Men have completely different educations, huge classrooms. They are taught different trades and expected to pick one and start apprenticeships in their teens. They live in completely different worlds, and the worst part, both of them have recruiters waiting for them right outside the academies. I spy on people rallying the men to reclaim their right to fight, and the women their career freedom. Others are telling anyone who will listen to defend the prime and seek out traitors. Ooh, okay, so it's not just the men, apparently some of the women as well. Interesting. Since women are the only warriors, the loyalists will go to them first, and the rebels will go to the men first. Second pickings will be slim, so they have to focus. They'll split the city right in half. This is getting worse by the moment. No leader may want to make the first strike, but any random outraged citizen might do it. Then there'll be no stopping this. It's even worse than that. It turns out that the caravan ran into some trouble near home. What kind of trouble? They fought off some strange Vatai and spotted armored warriors and marked creatures deeper in the woods, just milling about and looking to pick fights. There's something much worse than simple bandits approaching them, but as much as I hate to say it, we can't just up and leave the Umazen yet. It gets even worse. The warriors said that this group was led by some laughing brute with partial armor and a painted face. Yep, sounds like carnage. That can't be right, but if it is carnage, I'm sorry, I have to go check on that right now. Maybe cooler heads will prevail while we are gone. I don't think we can afford to ignore either threat, but if we are forced to turn our back on the city or the world, we don't have the luxury of choosing only one. I don't want to completely ignore the Umazen either. What's the plan then? Get word to the cities while I try and track these forces down. Nobody can get a message through the forest faster than you, and they need defenders ready as soon as possible. If all goes well, I'll try to get back here with you. If I don't make it in time, take charge. You're the only one they'll trust. Flattery will get you everywhere, and that's good thinking. I hate to leave these people hanging, but a sign of war. The trail is already cold. We'll lose it if we get bogged down in court intrigue. Let's run then. Hopefully there's still some time to untangle this mess by the time we get back. To be continued. Okay, so the video is over half an hour long already, and it looks like we have to continue the next part on the next episode. Let's see what we have here first. Umazen War Bow. The high and strength Umazen woman allows them to use these very heavy bows to deadly effect. This one was given to you by don't know who, call her an Amira. Its powerful shots can knock foes off balance, reducing their accuracy. Interesting, looks like it can reduce their BTH. Emancipator's Radiance. Gave you the magic warding light markings that bond your sister and represent their commitment to freedom. Looks like it could be something that gives you extra save against those kind of stun-like effects. Interesting, but I wouldn't recommend getting any of these items. Okay, so that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host Carbon Gaming. Peace out.